Hi everyone, welcome back to the Mistaken Garden. Today I want to pop on here and show you a couple roses that I bought this season from David Austin. Now I ordered these online a few months ago from a friend of mine who wholesales them and brings them into Parksville here, and she sells them to her online clients. So this year I decided to buy 3 different ones. I don't really have any climbing roses in my yard. I'm not really too sure where I'm going to be putting them yet, but I thought I might as well buy them while I can and figure that all out later. So the 3 that I bought were Melvin Hills, the Lark Ascending, as well as the Mill on the Floss. Now, the Lark Ascending one, I'll pop a picture up on the screen here. It's one that both myself and one of my friends in Victoria have been looking for a couple of years, and it's never been available in Canada. So when I saw that my friend had these ones coming in, I placed an order for one, of course. So the Lark Ascending gets about 100 centimeters, so 1.5 meters tall by 1 meter wide. It is a shrub rose. You can train them to be more upright. I'm just going to put it in the ground in a couple months and just kind of see how it works in the area that I want to put it in. If I want to leave it as a shrub, I can, or I might trim it up so it looks more like a hybrid tea, but we'll have to see how that goes. The Lark Ascending, it has 20 petals, I believe. So it's not a very full rose, but the color is apricot, so it's quite something to see. The second one I bought was Melvin Hills, and it is a fragrant rambler rose. Sorry, the bugs are bugging me here. It's a rambler rose, which I don't have any of. So once again, I'll pop a picture up here on the screen there. So it gets to be about 3.5 meters tall. So I guess that would be, I don't know, 15 feet tall or whatever. I've seen some cool photos online. Someone will plant it underneath a tree and train the rambler rose to go up the tree. I've also seen some people do it on an archway. So I have a couple ideas. I'm not really too sure what direction I'm going to go yet. And the third one is a climber, the Mill on the Floss, picture on the side there. 1.5 meters tall by 1.5 meters wide. So it's a climber, but it's not as big as the Melvin Hills one. The Mill on the Floss has never been available in Canada before, so that will be neat to see how it does on the West Coast. It's very humid here. We get lots of black spot on our roses, and there's really nothing you can do to prevent it. You can buy all the treatments in the world, but you won't be able to stop it. So we'll see how these 3 do. So I just have the 3 roses here sitting in a container of water. You should have them sit in water for about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours prior to planting them in a pot. So this is what the bare root roses look like. You can tell they're just roots with no soil. Still have some little growth tips on the end. Hopefully you can see that there. But nice, healthy looking roots. And by allowing them to sit in water for 3 or 4 hours, it really gives them a good start, with the moisture. You can see there, the roots have actually thickened up since putting them in here. So yeah, there's 1, 2, and 3. This one here only has 3 canes. This is the mil on the floss. You can see there. Very healthy though, and it has little growth tips happening on it. So yeah, so what I'm going to do next is take my black pot here, and I'm going to fill them up with some soil. Now it is still supposed to get a little cold here. The last frost date is May 13th, I believe. So we still have a little while to go, but I tend to pot my roses up in some, pots this size, and wait until the ground is nice and, soft, and I've kind of weeded the area that I want it to be planted in, and then I plant it. So probably in, end of April, these roses will probably go in the ground, but for now they can live in the pots. Ooh. So this is the soil that I use, my soil container mix. I always use the container mix when potting my roses. Specifically this brand, and this brand is actually from Vancouver Island. So it's a nice transition for them to be potted in this soil and then in the ground. Our soil here is very sandy, so it's good drainage. Okay, I'm just going to pour some of this in here. This soil is quite nice. It's been in the carport for probably about 2.5, 3 weeks now, so it's really dry, but it makes it easier and lighter to deal with. I'll give the soil a good soak once I have everything planted. Okay, so to plant the roses, it's very simple. You really can't mess this up. So we'll take the first one. This one is the Lark Ascending. I think I'll give the Lark Ascending, maybe this one here. It's a good size. They're kind of the same on camera, but this one is a little bit bigger. So you just move some of the soil away. Actually, I'll just put some in this other pot here. Make a nice hole for it. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Actually, I think I might have to put too much soil in here. There we go. Now you can see there's a hole there. Go ahead and put the Lark Ascending in. Try to get the rose as centered into the pot as you can. And it will be a little tricky with the roots. They are soft, but they're still a little dense, so it's hard to manipulate them a little bit. There we go. And then try to keep it center. There we go. So try to keep the crown above the soil. You can see here, this crown is above the soil. Okay, so that's the first one. Now do 2 more. Okay, there we go. All 3 roses are now potted up. Once again, I'll put the pictures up on the screen of all 3 of them here. This one right here is the Lark Ascending. The middle one is Mill on the Floss. And this last one is Melvin Hills. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye now.